successors. I'm Lara from Magenta, one of the partners participating in this project. I'm going to talk about the youth exchange, which took part in Gijón from the 3rd to the 9th of March of this year. So this youth exchange was the third mobility of the project. The first one, as you saw in the previous webinars, the first one took place in Naples, and the second mobility in Athens. These first two mobilities were oriented to training youth workers, and the aim was to train them to put in practice all the learnings in this third mobility, which is a youth exchange. So about six youth workers of the previous mobilities participated, putting in practice their experience and learnings with 30 youngsters from different countries: Italy, Argentina, Greece, and Spain. I'm going to show you a little video made by one of the participants with the highlights of the youth exchange. So, and the idea of this youth exchange was to fostering entrepreneurial skills in young people, to help them valorize their cultural and natural heritage and promote sustainable tourism in their local cities. We use non-formal education methods learned in Naples and Athens to do that. So Why cultural heritage? What's so important to teach young people about it? Um, First thing is to boost active citizenship of youngsters in order to valorize their heritage. Also, this helps them to get a critical thinking about the past and the history. Also, it's a way to take responsibility about the preservation of local and global environment. And also, the idea is to promote values of biodiversity, equality, interculturality, and so on. So yeah, that's the idea. Think global and act local in your cities. So the activities we carry out, like in a big picture, was the first part was ice-breaking dynamics. We also carry out activities around Gijón. We were lucky because we in that week it was the carnival here, so the city was full of color and people, music. So it was a nice experience in that sense. So yeah, there were also national presentations. Carlos from 30 Días en Bici, which is an association, he talk with them about what they do. We had different cultural visits. I'm going to explain right now it. So the ice-breaking dynamics, we carry out different ones, and this one is called portrait, which consists in two lines of people. One of them draw, and the other ones are drawn, and they are posing. So at the end, and all of them get their portrait that is going to be used with another dynamic that we are going to see. So the second part of the dynamic is to make an envelope. So during the week, all of the portraits and the envelope of the different people participating was put in a part of the room, so everyone could leave messages, nice messages about the person. Also, after the ice-breaking dynamics, we elaborated cardboard with expectations, fears, and contributions of that they expected from the mobility. So each one of them took a post-it and wrote down what they think about what they expected, what things maybe they fear of the mobility, or what kind of things they could contribute to the others and to the experience. After that, we started with the cultural heritage dynamics, and the first one was about the national presentation of each country. So the idea is that each group from the different countries elaborated a presentation about what they wanted to tell the others about their identity and their customs, music, food, everything they wanted to say. So they elaborated the presentations. So here one of the groups from Argentina speaking about the music with the flag. Here from Italy, speaking about popular songs. Also from Greece, talking about the typical dance from there, which is called Thorba, and is danced in a particular way. So another dynamic was called the Heritage Watcher, which consists in they were divided. The 30 of them were divided in different groups, and each group had to visit different parts of Gijón, taking pictures, and after that doing a research and sharing with the others. So some of them visit the part of the beaches, others the center, others the industrial port, and at the end they put in common everything they learn. Here are some of them presenting what they found and elaborating the presentation. Another day, we had a talk with Carlos, which is a person that has an association called 30 Días en Bici, 30 Days in Bicycle, that promotes cultural heritage. The idea of the association and the movement is it started as a campaign that promotes the daily use of the bicycle as a tool to create a social change and impact in the city. So in the month of April, there is a pledge to people that wants to join to compromise to use the bicycle every day in April and share it in social media. That's a very important part of the campaign, to share it, because the idea is to reach more and more people each year. So the aims of the association is, as I said before, to promote the daily use of the bicycle, because the bicycle is understood as used for improving health, wellness, and quality of life, and quality of the air of the cities. That's why it means also sustainable and not polluting personal transport. Also, a way to transform cities into more human spaces with not so many cars and more bicycles. Another important part of the youth exchange were the cultural visits around Gijón. One of them was to the Laboral Arts Center and Industrial Creation, which is a cultural space that was created to boost local artists and create a space where they can work, use workshops to work with their materials, in their projects, and so on. And after that, exhibit it to the people that goes to the Laboral Center. So the idea is to promote to tell people that there are young people creating things, and it's important to give them a chance, because they have things to say. Also, yeah, when we were there was an exhibition about culture and technology, how technology influences us, and the way we behave when we are online in social media. Another cultural visit was to the Ethnographic Museum of Asturias, and Asturias Village, and the Bagpipe Museum. This is a museum that which aims to preserve and disseminate testimonies about the traditional Asturian society and preserve its memory. There are some typical buildings. There is the Bagpipe Museum, which is the second largest in the world. And also they had the chance to see some photographs of the Asturian villages in the past. Here, yeah, it's a picture of the whole group in the ethnographic museum. So the final project that they were working during the whole week was some kind of street work, cultural heritage promotion. So they went out in different groups, transnational groups, after deciding what they wanted to do, what kind of project or idea they wanted to carry out in the street. And after they finish with the preparation and they carry out it in the street, they share with the rest of the college. So they use different ideas, different dynamics that more or less were facilitated by the youth workers, which were like training before in these methods in the previous mobilities. So one of them used typical games in the street, showing people what is a typical game in their countries. Others show typical dances, typical songs. Others use a cardboard with a quiz, and so on. So here is an example of one of the groups that use elaborate a quiz. They ask to the people questions related with which famous people they know, what's the most typical food in their countries, famous monuments, and so on. So we are going to see a video of the presentation.
Empanada, this one we eat it. Yeah, a lot. It's easy to have on the street. The most typical is with meat, but we also eat it with tomato, cheese, onion, chicken, cabbage,
Potato.
potato.
For the salteña empanada.
Yeah. Bonita. I love it.
You are the best.
When I try to think about a typical dessert we used to have is Chocolina's dessert is made with
Also, another group spoke about, they decided to do it about typical songs, music. So they went out to the streets and showed people different songs, and they have to give a punctuation on how much they like it or not. So here's the presentation of them. What they found out. So this is a typical Greek song, Argentinian, and they show the number of people they interview and how much they like it or not, and some pictures of them in the street asking people. So at the end of the last day, we have an evaluation of the whole week, and they have to answer some questions in a questionnaire and reflection about what they have done. That's why we use the cardboard in the first day, and the last day they had to see if their fears, contributions, and so on were achieved or not, what kind of things they would like to change, what things they like it or not. And also they receive an Europass for this youth exchange. And we use the dynamic learn in Greece, which was to give them randomly the certificates, and they had to, in order to give to the right person the certificate, they had to describe the person, what was the most typical things related with that person during the whole week, the whole week, and the people had to like guess about who they were talking. So yeah, another important part of the whole week was the social media, because we have a Facebook page where one of the participants upload all the pictures, videos, so on, because that's the important part of cultural heritage, to spread it and to show the people what's been done, what is going to be done. So yeah. So I hope you enjoy the webinar, and thank you for watching. Special thanks also to all the people participating on it. So thank you. Bye.